You are listening to the Hello Sport Podcast.
All right, welcome back to the Hello Sport Podcast. Home of unqualified opinion and unwavering bias. Here on a Thursday pod. Tumultuous time in the Hello Sport universe. Well, you know
Barbarians at the gate.
Yeah, they are, mate. The Wolves are at the door. Furious dribblers.
Yeah.
Coming at us. Where the fuck's Rain Man? Listen, before we get into the podcast today, obviously, for those of you that don't watch About Even, which is the number one betting show on earth, then this will mean nothing to you. But our man, Michael, Rain Man, he was our stats dude on the show. We have parted ways. Many dribblers want to know what's happened. I get it. I'm a gossip girl myself. I want to know what happens. I always want to know what happens.
I'm a slutty little gossip at the worst of times, at the best of times. Fucking, I don't even know how to describe me. I understand your thirst for knowledge. I get it. And maybe our little fucking introduction on About Even the other day didn't placate enough of you.
Didn't hit the spot.
Sorry that we didn't give you the root of your life the other day.
No, we didn't.
But unfortunately, it's one of those situations where we're not just going to roll out the red carpet and provide you with all the information you want to know, because
I think that we have a right to know what the fuck happened. Like, well, look, I'm glad that you might feel that way, and I respect your feelings in this moment.
Yeah.
I do. I'm validating those feelings for you. But
I'm being empathetic.
But we can't.
No,
If we could tell you, we'd tell you.
We'd tell you if we could. And it wasn't like we didn't wake up one day going, we want to fuck Rain Man off. You know what I mean?
No.
Like, to imply that we're like, mate, he's too big for his boots, we're going to cut him down. Like, nah,
I mean, listen,
bruh.
I love all the dribbler speculation because part of what the dribbler pages are about, you know, it's just dumbasses getting wild, and we're all those guys. But, like,
we were having fun.
listen,
And
we were loving it.
we were loving it.
We were loving it. He was great on the show, and we will miss him, but we got to move on. You know what I mean? There's nothing we can do.
The situation
dictates. If
dictates.
you come up to us in the street, we might be able to tell you. But unfortunately, broadcasting to billions of people globally, it's not something that we're able to do.
If you find me at the pub and I've had a couple, maybe I'll get a little loose with the lips. But in front of the billions,
No.
nay, the trillions, Tom,
yeah.
we can't do it.
Can't do it. But again, we still love the Rain Man. So if you think there's any
There's no bad blood.
there's no bad blood. There isn't any bad blood, but there's nothing we could do about the situation. It is unfortunate. To compare it to rugby league clubs and our thirst for knowledge around rugby league, I would tend to this opinion. If you think you know like 99% of what goes on at rugby league clubs, then you're off your fucking head. The things you know about from rugby league is like a footy player bashing in a door in New York and scaring an entire family. Hard to sweep that one. It's a very hard one to sweep. Lots of things swept day to day in rugby league. So if you think like, well, you should fucking tell it, it's just...
Look, we'd like to.
We'd love to, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. We
Happy
move
to hear
on.
your vent, you know.
Yeah,
there are
look,
ones
if you
where
want
people are
us-
going, don't fucking delete shit. Like, sometimes some people are saying some shit in there that's like defamatory, and so we will have to delete some
We don't want to see Rain Man defamed.
No.
So sometimes we've got to go in there and sweep up the mess, as it were. But look, we're happy to be a sounding board. If you want to vent to Tom and I, go for
You
gold.
want to talk shit, that's fine.
That's fine. But just know this, situation was taken out of our hands. Tom and I backed into a corner, so to speak, and we rise.
we rise, dude.
We rise, dude. Don't get it twisted. We rise.
All we're about is just living.
I'd
ripping and tearing.
also say this. Yeah,
Drop it on
Rain
us.
Man dropped some fucking beautiful stats. Hopefully we can replace those stats with other stats. But if you were coming to the About Even with Hello Sport gambling show for like fucking super nuanced gambling opinion, then I think you arrived at the wrong spot.
Yes, that is what Rain Man provided. He provided nuanced statistical analysis, which is
Wrapped in dribble,
which is what will be replaced. But I mean, we did also spend a good portion of our time, you know, getting into a bet that involved a dream Eddie had. So I think you do need to come with your eyes wide open.
Which was also like the greatest trending bet of all time.
It
It
was.
literally shut down bookies.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
And that was a dream bet that you all loved. So, you know.
Everyone take a breath. Feel the way you feel. You know what, dude? Emotions
You know what I
are
think?
real.
I
Feel
think-
your emotions.
I almost think that if you're feeling hot and sweaty under the collar, maybe go and get, a bag of frozen peas out of the freezer, put them on the neck, pour yourself a stiff drink, maybe have a bloke, and just unwind.
Or just go, you know what you do? You get a plastic lawn chair. You can find them courtside at any NBL game. You take that into your shower, just turn the shower into a nice, really sort of just tolerable heat. Just sit there, dude, maybe 30, 40, 50 minutes. And
have some alone time.
Just
touch yourself, feel yourself, love yourself.
Through the nose, out through the mouth, though. It's got to be in through the nose, out through the mouth.
3 in?
No, is it 4 in?
No, it's
4 hold, 8 out.
Yeah. Or 4 out. Is it 4 4 4?
It's long out.
Okay.
So I think it's 8 out.
So 4 4 8?
4 4 8. 4 in, 4 hold, 8 out. Now that could be wrong, but that's how we were told.
I was a
by
4
Josh.
4 4 guy.
Well, Bronte Blueies, Josh, not an ad, but an ad, Josh Bronte Blueies, he told us to do it that way.
I was always going off 4 4 4.
Well, then you were doing it wrong literally as he explained it to you.
Well, that wouldn't shock, would it?
No. Should we move on?
Look, we'll leave it there. Long live about even. If you don't like it,
fuck off.
Get jammed.
Anyway, now that we've got that out of the way, it's an exciting episode, Eddie, because this is one the punter and the dribbler has been screaming for from the rooftops for a very long time.
Moaning,
dude. Moaning like passionate love.
Yeah.
A dear
Climaxing
friend Climaxing, dude. People, well, I think now is the climax. I think this has been like they're working, and
they're working him into a state.
As we announce, then I think it'll be a full explosion. We've talked about this man for a long time. You and I have been friends for a long time. We went to uni together. I've known him since I was 7 years old. The man with some of the most ridiculous stories of all time. Lucky to be alive, honestly. The one and only Hamish Street Fighter Street. Hello, mate.
Here he is.
Boys.
Here he is.
Thanks for having me on. It's a pleasure to be here. Punter and the dribbler. How you going?
Get that mic closer to your fucking mush, dude.
Get up to the mush.
Up to the mush.
That's
moustache.
Yeah, that isn't your mush. That's just what we call a mouth, a face at home.
Oh, the mush.
The Birmingham residents. You can fuck around with this mic. Look at this. If you put your hand on the
Is that close enough?
Well, that's the first deep throat of the mic.
I don't know if we've had that road. Oh,
no,
God.
Dude, you fucking fit that
Fletch
thing
was
straight
here last
in.
week, was he?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Fletch was in here.
You can smell him?
That's Fletch.
For those of you that don't
Fletch.
know, though, because there would be some that don't, Hamish is, as I said, we've been friends for many years, and he's a guy in our life that is just, you've just got so many fucking stories, dude, that are just like, I don't know how you perceive yourself in terms of just like the way you get about the universe, but like, you find yourself in so many situations where it's just like, oh my God, how the fuck did that happen?
Yeah. I think Sebo described my luck mixed with misfortune in a way that was like, he's like, Streety's luck is like if we were all in a platoon, right, like in the army, and we're all like on all fours marching, and then I fall down one of those Viet Cong holes with all the spikes, and then I miss every single spike, and I've just sprained my ankle, and I'm like, guys, throw down a rope, I've sprained my ankle. And we're like, shut up. It's good you're alive, but just fucking shut up.
Yeah, but also while you're down there, you found like
A pot of gold.
Yeah, a pot of gold.
Yeah.
You also found a pot of gold down there, and it's like, quick, I found gold.
And then as you're getting pulled out of the hole, you'll drop it all back in.
Yeah, losing things,
Oh,
holding
that's
on to
so
possessions is not my
No, it's not your
forte.
strong suit. It's not your strong suit. But I remember my first time I ever met Street was, again, I was 7, which at the time you think 7. When you're 7, you think like, mate, I'm a fucking...
Well, you think you're basically an adult.
Yes, right? And then now you're like, wow, 7 years. But we were down at local soccer training. My old man's dropped me off, and I'm standing there waiting. And like, I'm a relatively like energetic kid at this age. And then I just see this car pull up, and then the doors slam, and this kid just jump out. He's probably like 40 meters away from me, just sprinting down to where all of us were going, ah! And I'm like, who the fuck is that guy?
I don't even remember this.
No,
but
dude,
I was just excited to be
Just
there. Was
jacked, dude. Just excited and jacked. I'm like, wow, that kid's
Just
fucking-
what, pumped for soccer training?
Just pumped.
Yeah.
Fucking
Just
pumped.
pumped.
I remember actually getting like, I don't know if that energy transferred to any skill in the soccer, because I remember I was put as goalie. And I'm
You
like,
weren't a highly
like
skilled
when you're
operator.
a kid and you're goalie, you're like, okay.
you
That's
trying to-
because I can't go out there.
Yeah, right. So you felt it, did you? Did you feel as
Or maybe
goalie
it was just
like-
such a big day that they're like, let's just contain your energy, stay in the goalie.
But did you feel like that though? Were you a bit like, I feel like I'm being put here based on skill?
Well, when your parents are watching you and everyone's like chasing the ball and then like the ball rolls past you, like, oh, I'm supposed to stop that.
Well, that was like when he scored the try
It's funny.
in primary school when he got
yeah,
a
that's
fucking
right, yeah.
it was house rugby and he got a ball from the gods out to the wing and he's just burning down the wing.
It was an intercept try, I think.
Was it an intercept?
Yeah.
And so he's burnt. The only reason I don't believe that is because of your skill set being able to pull that off. But burning down the wing, all the way around under the posts, and then as he gets under the post, jumps in the air and slams the ball between his legs like he's fucking scored a touchdown. And I just remember my old man who just happened to be standing at the end of the thing, I was just like watching from behind the post where he scored, just going, "No, Hamish, what
The fuck are you doing?
are you doing?"
All for the fucking thrill of it, mate. You know what I mean?
Just fucking pizzazz.
I find it
showing
funny that like a soccer coach under sevens has just gone, you know what? This kid isn't up for like the field. Let's just jam him in the goal, as if like that's the easiest way to get a W. You know what I mean? Like, he can't be trusted with the ball at his feet. Like,
Well, it was the same at uni when that's probably when I started playing soccer again for like a little dash.
You remember you and I
Was that
played?
us?
Yeah.
And Zach Pritchard, I don't think you.
No, I
joined us,
didn't. No.
didn't last long.
And it was like just a kid chasing a ball, or like a dog chasing a ball, where I didn't get like any field position or understanding where to go. And I'm like, oh, I'm not cut out for this.
That was what, as you talking about as an adult.
As an adult, yeah.
We
So
went
just
to, we're like, oh, fuck, we'll go to like soccer trials and shit. And you and I went together. I think we drove out there to Orange. I don't know why we went to Orange from Bathurst, but we did. And
For trials.
or
I remember-
training
no,
or
you know what,
trials or
dude?
something.
I remember
or we,
this, and
or
I
we
being
played
like,
a game.
I was at
I can't
home
remember.
by myself, and you guys were out playing soccer.
And I remember I've got this vague recollection of you, like after the game, being like, dude, all I felt like I did was just like run after the ball the whole time. You know what I mean?
Stay in your position, Ames. Stay in your position. Love the energy.
But the ball's over there. No, like, you get it. You just gotta. That's so funny.
Did you play footy at uni?
Yeah. So I played, rugby every season, and then I changed summer sport like every season.
But did you play every game, or you sort of like us where we fucking signed up and I played like 3 games and
Wait,
then the
you-
training in winter just became too much?
Did you
school?
play at Bathurst?
I
you're
played
talking
like
about-
4 games.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played the Colts. We got into the final, and then I didn't play the final.
Why not?
I think I was dropped. It was the same at school. Like I just started to care like less and less. Like it was just it's like the training you have to go to. It's like twice a week. It's very fucking
Particularly if you got a big night lined up at fucking Unibar or something.
Yeah.
The last thing you want to do is go to training.
It was the first thing to go from your sort of your obligations, your responsibilities.
Well, like,
list.
it's honestly, right, if you're 20, 21, time of your life, all the boys are ripping in, you're not going to go in -2 degrees to footy training.
Well,
to like
It was
what we
cold
had
as shit
going on
down
was
there.
just way more
Fun.
than
pump
that.
the aircon and rip in, get a bag of
Dude.
goon, $2.50 each.
Yeah.
Maybe get an orange juice.
Yeah.
So that
Well, it was
you
orange
really
juice
get the
or
acid
solo.
reflux going.
Orange juice or solo.
the solo goon for a while there, how we put up with that. But there's just this alcoholic thirst that you get into at uni that you're like fucking
Let's
put
rip.
whatever together and you just rip and tear.
Yeah, and I always found the goon was where I'd find if we had a big goon and OJ night, I was on the shitter for a couple of times the next day. You know what I mean? Like it was sort of I knew I was booking in some serious time on the toilet.
I almost feel like it was like the birth of my indigestion issues.
Dude,
is off the
Ella
back
said
of that.
you were sitting up. Ella said, I don't know what said you
it
were.
was after KO. It was after the KO night at the
Told me
fucking
the other
bookie.
night that he was so indigested. He had such bad indigestion the other night that he was sitting up in bed for like an hour or so. Just go, I'm sorry, mate. My indigestion's so fucked up.
It was fucking me up, dude. We had a
idea
decade
made me
of
laugh.
Upright in the dark.
Sitting upright in the dark.
Eyes closed in the dark. No.
But you know, Eddie, of just always sort of, fast talking, keep together, just being completely floored by indigestion, just having to sit up with his eyes closed in the dark.
I tell you what, a big night on the pints into like fried chicken, tacos, ribs, meatballs, 50 beers. It'll it can put a fucking horse down. You know what I mean?
Was
last Thursday, and so I woke up and I'm like, dear God, I was in almighty hell, and so I went and ate Gaviscons like they were like fucking Tic Tacs, and it worked to a degree, but I still needed to get upright. 90 degrees
to boot
or 45.
I'm
not a booter.
But like
I'm not a deliberate booter.
I am a
Dude, he went into the Dunnies the other night.
I'm like scared of booting like I am the dentist. I just don't want to.
No, you are scared of booting, or you're not?
Oh, I just like don't want to do it. Like it's such
very unpleasant.
It's such a heaving process that I feel like I'm dying.
I was so full of liquid.
Like tears coming out. You're like half crying, but you're like, come on, get it together.
I made myself at the pub, and now I've got a pair of ruined shoes. But other than that, it was...
Would you boot all over your shoes?
I'd had so much liquid in me and like all these different foods. I felt like I was an overfilled water bottle. I was like, there's liquid like right here. I am so filled with liquid. Yeah. And I just felt uncomfortable.
You're almost drowning. I
was like, fuck it. I'm just going to go get rid of this thing. And it was like, oh, I've had fucking heaps of liquid.
Dude, we had that golf trip on the weekend, and my sort of like... Yeah,
how'd you go?
Pretty shit. Like we all, like I think I came second overall, but it was
it
was a bit of a hollow victory because like we all I shot over 100 on the last day.
Yeah, but you fucking came second.
Yeah.
That's like humble bragging. Nah, shit.
No. It's not exactly because it's not on my own merit. It was sort of like I was carried a little bit in the Ambrose, and it's sort of like put together. So if I had won, I would have been like I played so awful. I don't deserve.
Right, you take wins.
It was fun as fuck, and everyone played like shit.
Are you still feeling scat from the weekend? How long did it take?
Not really.
My brother was still feeling scat yesterday.
But like to the point of like, just late nights and stuff, and like I didn't boot, but I got to bed at 3:30. I was like one of the last few up, just like sculling whiskey, and I'm like, I gotta go to bed. And the aircon, everyone stayed in the one house, and there was just another house that we were supposed to stay in. So the party house, everyone stayed in there, but there wasn't any room. So I walked down, got the key, got into like this single bed. I didn't pack a jumper with me.
Of course,
so I'm
you
just
didn't.
like in a
Kangaroo Valley in winter. What a fucking idiot!
I wore a singlet.
A singlet?
No, I put a singlet on. I had to redress myself.
Okay.
So
why did you take a singlet?
A singlet to go underneath like my shirt while I play.
Oh, like one of those, like a tidy whitey.
2 long-sleeve shirts, and then like this fleecy fucking jumper. And then I get in, there's no doona. It's like, there's just this thick sheet. And I'm like, and I'm coming down off mushrooms, and I'm like, just feeling like so icy and cold. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, I might actually die here. And then so I pretended to be asleep for like, an hour, and then I did drift off to sleep for a little bit, woke up, and it was like 5:30. Oh. And I was freezing and just had to get into the shower for like 15 minutes.
You just went and hopped in the shit just to warm you up. Why didn't you just go into the house with everyone else? Was there no heating in the house?
I don't know. Yeah, I was just.
You can bet your bottom dollar there was a heater probably 2 meters from where Hamish was sleeping.
Oh, there was actually. We worked that out.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm surprised you didn't slip into bed with someone. Saddle up.
Yeah. I probably should have.
What do you think's the most ridiculous situation you've ever been in?
I think it was floated on one of the podcasts. What title would I put on this story? It's like when I was doing acting, and, I went to go do a short film.
Yes, start now.
So this is like a pretty wild story. So I there's this amateur page, right, that's called Star Now, and I had this profile, and someone reached out and sent me a script, and I read the script, and it was like my first bit of acting. I'm like, oh, this guy's like seeked me out, and he wants me to do this bit, and it was like a really heavy script. It was like about this. It was like a one-man short film, and it's about him, like his brother dying, and him grappling with that, and all this sort of like heavy material. I'm like, great, can't wait to get in this. So for a week, I'm like,
in him's just like
for a week, I'm like rehearsing all the lines and shit, all the monologue and everything. Like it's like you got to cry in this one scene. I'm like, all right, great. So he hit me up. He's like, yep, told me the address, and it was in King's Cross, just like sort of near the Holiday Inn. And I'm like, all right. And so I go up there, And I go into this room and like, you know, the room that he said was in there, and I opened the door and it was very like, there's just one guy in there with a tripod, a camera, and I'm like...
It was in a motel room.
It was a motel room, wasn't it?
It was a motel room,
Was he wearing a robe?
No, he wasn't wearing a robe, but he looked very pedophilic, put it that way. And I was like, all right. And I'm like, am I early? Or he's like, no, we're ready to go. There's little glasses and like little froey hair. And
How did you feel immediately walking in and seeing that?
What's
your initial?
Well, as
the actor, were you still pumped?
I had my actor hat on, so I was just like pumped to do the scene. And I'm like, okay, all right, it's just you and me. All right, let's get into it.
Great.
I do the scene,
more raw and gritty, and personal. I can really get into this.
Yeah. And then I do one of the scenes, and then he goes, "Yep, all right, that's great. Yep, okay." So he's sitting like on the bed, but like he's got the camera. And then I read the script, and he goes, and I'm like, so it says here like that I'm naked. How are we going to do this? Like, how are we going to shoot that? And he goes, oh yeah, no, we're like, yeah, just take your clothes off. I was like, it sounded a bit strange the way he said that. But all right. And I was like, okay, and I'll keep the acting hat on. For the scene, I bleed for my art. And then take my clothes off, and I'm like, so the underpants, he goes, yeah, just the underpants. And I'm like, I go, would you mind turning around? He's like, yeah, I'll turn around. The camera's still facing this way. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Take my underpants off. And I'm like, sort of like placing myself like this. So
you're hiding your big fella.
Yeah. And I'm like this. And then I do the scene.
Well, hang on, wasn't
yeah.
And then I'll get to it. And then so I do the scene, and he goes, "Yeah, okay, great."
Are you standing? You laying on the ground? Where are you?
I'm in the corner of the hotel room on the floor,
and sitting like that,
like a beaten dog, just against the wall. And this is the scene where he's grappling with like. His brother who died in a car crash or whatever. So I'm like, my brother, no. And then the next bit he goes, okay, it's great. We'll do another one. And he brings out this, no word of a lie, a chain, like a bike chain. And he goes, just like wrap this around you and like you're chained in your mind. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, okay, I can sort of get that. Yeah. And I put it round myself, and I was like, and he was going to help me, and I go, no, I've got it, because I was starting to get the creeps. I was like, okay, actually,
still doing it though. I'll tie myself up if you don't mind.
I'll tie myself up. Thank you very much. And so I just sort of like made it look like I was, shackled up. Did the scene, and then I think there was a moment where I just like, yep, you know what, that's it. And then and he goes, all right, yep, thanks. And then I like got up, shook his hand, like put my fucking gear back on, got out of there. I was like, that was fucking weird. And the weirdest part was like Sebo and I like a few of you, I told you about it. They're like, dude, you were nearly raped. What the fuck?
Well, we were like, you're basically, I think you were just like a cam girl. You never got the footage, did you?
Never got so that's the thing.
The footage.
I was like, no,
he
it's fine.
disappeared, the guy.
I go, the footage will come. It's going to be a short film, blah, blah, blah. It just never came.
He's just got footage. I would seriously I would pay so much.
How do you put a price
somewhere
on
the dark?
No, you can't.
On the dark web is me chained, crying, naked.
But also, like, I love the idea of thinking about like what we were doing when Hamish was nude in a motel. You know what I mean? Just
you're at work.
Like, no, but like, you know what I mean? Like, you're somewhere. We won't be sitting at home playing. At those days, we were probably just playing COD, or was it zombies? But just knowing like, oh, Hamish is going out for an audition, and then just like cutting to Hamish.
Yeah. It'd be a fucking funny cut. Like, I wonder how Streety's going.
Well, Streety's audition.
How did Carly feel about that?
I can't remember.
She probably just rolls her eyes.
She just rolls with the punches. I think at this point, even then, like, hey, you guys have been.
We're very different. So she's like really supportive and quiet, and she would it's her idea of hell. It's anyone's idea of hell, but like acting in general, she's not like, you know, chauvinistic or anything. She's like quite shy. And so I think she's just like, oh, good job.
That is
That would have to be up there with one of the most ridiculous.
At any point were you like, I might have to fucking punch on here?
Yeah, like on the way out, it was just like shaking his hand, and he's like, "Oh, we've still got the scene." I go, "No, like I think we're good.
I think we got what we needed."
And I remember thinking, like, I will take this guy if I have to. Like, I remember thinking, like,
it didn't sound like he was
with the chain. Once the chain came out, I was like, "Where am I?" Yeah.
Did you read about the chain in the script?
Yeah, it is written in the thing.
Okay, so you should have seen it coming, technically.
Yeah. But just the way he wanted to put it on top of me and like...
It's such a like the juxtaposition between like Streety walking in, like pumped, probably nervous, bit anxious, to walking out like confused and like almost like he's been fucking.
His acting dream is just, this isn't how I imagine the business.
Welcome to acting. Yeah. Jesus, did you persist with Star Now after that, or did you go into like your profile?
No, it's just a bit of a like extras work type thing.
But just the idea, even just the name Star Now. Like, you know, you're going to be a star. This is what it is.
Yeah.
This is what it is. King's Cross Motels with a sex pest.
Are you still doing any of the acting, or you've sort of fucked it off?
Not really. Like,
have you got an agent and shit still?
Yeah,
or no?
yeah. I got a good agent. Like, I've done a couple of ads.
You're doing a lot of ads.
You'll recognise Haim from a Tab ad.
Hungry Jacks.
Yeah. Hungry Jacks.
You do Subway? Or was that Hickey?
Nah. Hungry Jacks.
You do one with your tongue? Where's your tongue roll out?
Brookvale Union. So it's like a cider or some shit. No, they're all cool. Like a short film that I enjoyed.
You did
a play that you came to.
Loved that play. That was fun.
Didn't you win an award for a short film?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I did. It was like an online
look, I mean,
thing.
It wasn't a fucking Oscar, but it was.
No. And but it really is just like what you get out of it. Like the fickle nature of like acting is, even if you are a star, it's like never enough. So you're constantly going like, so like, what have you done lately? Whereas I feel like now I don't care about that really at all. So it would just be
because you enjoy it.
I'd like. Yeah, just enjoy it. Like, it's just more of I had to tell my agent actually, from like having a kid, starting a business, that I'm like, just send me the ads. Like, if there's like roles on TV and shit, I don't think I can do it.
Oh, so like, and if you were to get a Summer Bay offering, you'd be like, listen.
Well, you were weren't you?
Oh, yeah.
I came close. That's the
the final hurdle.
To like in a room, like down to the final 5, and you're all sitting there, like you got 3 scenes that you're going through your head. Like,
what was
that was
character?
the most nervous I've ever been. It was like the new bad boy on the block.
Yeah.
And then there was another character I was going for, which was his mate, who's now a cop. But they used to be bad boys back in the day.
Oh yeah, a lot of leather cuffs in that fucking wardrobe. You know,
the role is still going.
Oh, so he's still on there.
Yeah.
Oh, so it would have been ongoing. Would have been a nice gig.
It was a 3-year contract. Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah, that would have been juice. Was I remember that the short film that you won the award for, there's like quite a hot, sweaty, passionate sex scene in that.
Yeah.
What was the story? Like, either you didn't tell Carly, or you were sitting next to her while you both watched it, or something.
That was my mum. My mum came up. We flew up to Byron Bay where the film festival was, where they aired it.
What was the movie called?
Undertow.
Yeah, right.
And she was, it was just a bit saucy. My mum was like, Haim, like sitting next to me. I'm like,
well, what, you're like thrusting.
Yeah.
How'd you go doing that?
It was fun. It was a really good experience.
The thrusting was?
The thrusting, yeah. It was really fun. Because she was good. Like, it has to be fun. If it's not fun, it's super awkward
as fuck.
So you have to be like joking between takes and like, let's make this look good. You want it to look good. It's awkward if you're like nervous and
trying to be like too sultry about it.
Yeah, it's got to be.
You hear of some dudes getting boners and shit in sex scenes. Like, I guess, like that to me would be like, I don't know whether you would or you wouldn't. I guess if it's like fucking.
I don't know if I could with that many. Like, I wouldn't make a good porn star. Like, all the lights and the fucking and 50 people around you.
No, no. But that's to actually
like hard
fuck.
On demand.
But that's to fuck. I more mean like if you're in a love scene with Jennifer Lopez. Like, are you overwhelmed by the moment, or are you like, holy fuck, it's Jennifer Lopez and she's nude on top of me? Like, how am I not?
Or you're too nervous because it's Jennifer Lopez and there's 50 people watching.
But see, it's almost like your mind, I feel like my mind would fuck me and go, you're so nervous, I'm going to give you one of the most rock hard boners of your life, as opposed to being like, I'm too nervous to get hard, thank God. Because I don't want to get a boner having a sex scene.
As in like,
Lopez.
fuck you.
Yeah, here you go.
Yeah.
Or just like the boner despite yourself.
Yeah,
like,
it's like a...
Do you ever get
fuck
like
you
checked
boner.
up in like going into high school and you had to get your nuts checked?
Wait, hold on.
Ever do that?
You need to give it a bit more, like, what do you mean? Who's checking?
Who's checking nuts?
It's the same guy.
Who's checking the nuts?
The principal.
No, a doctor. A doctor.
Oh,
Where
yeah,
they check your nuts and then
I haven't had my nuts checked.
You've never
Yeah.
had them checked?
No.
Oh,
it divides the room, that one, yeah.
No, yeah,
I
I've
remember
had
he
them checked.
goes, he put his hand on my shoulder and he goes, Hamish, we're going to have to look at your testicles.
Oh, God. Why's he got to touch you?
Is it like line up at recess to get your nuts looked at? What's
No, like go
what's
with
the lay of the
fan.
land?
Go with just go in your own time to the GP and make sure that his nuts aren't twisted. Thankfully,
Were your nuts twisted?
no, they weren't.
But was
No,
there
it's
any
just to check? I think that I don't know whether it's like a.
There's just
What do you mean?
Isn't this like medical regulation? Everyone gets their nuts checked
But like what? But
at
if
12
you,
years old.
but if you went to get your nuts checked to see if they were twisted, there must have been a reason.
Yeah, was there like a... I would only ever get my nuts checked if it was like, oh, let's just make sure everything's okay here. Like there might be something you think is wrong and then there's nothing wrong.
No, it wasn't for me. Like I don't know whether maybe it was my mum was like, oh, maybe
get in
he's
there.
not- let's make sure he's not. I think it would have been my mum going like, someone else got their nuts checked. Hey, let's make sure yours aren't.
Would it have
Like,
been
you
after
could have just asked.
Would it have been after Sebo's nuts got twisted?
Could have been. Sebo's nuts did. But,
Well, there you go.
but
And
again,
Mindy
like,
Because then the
Mindy and
mums are
Sarah.
talking.
yeah, mums are talking.
Mums
but I
are
mean,
talking. Get your son's nuts checked.
Can you tell, Dave, maybe that's something for you to check, whether you can, if you were to get there, if you were to eye up a nut early enough, could you tell it was about to twist?
Well,
You know
that's
what I
what
mean?
we don't know.
Could you preempt a nut twist if you're a doctor going, oh, this thing feels like
Yeah,
it we could be in for a
these
twist
nuts
and
look like they want to twist.
there's some seismic activity in the scrotum here and we need to
It's
get on
like
top of it.
predicting an earthquake.
Correct.
Yeah,
Which can be done.
which can be done based on tremors below the earth. So they just size up the nuts and they go, these boys look like they're in a mood for twisting,
Prone to twist.
prone to twist.
That'd be fun.
Well, I'm glad they didn't twist.
No.
No, nuts were fine.
As always, Eddie, we are brought to you by our good friends at Pilot, the online men's health portal, where as a man, you and I qualify, you can go there and take your health issues to a digital doctor, and let them know what's going on and they can help you.
And they will help you. So this is Pilot, not to be confused with a pilot that flies planes.
This isn't about becoming a flight.
Nothing
guy.
to do with that. This is about your health, punters and dribblers.
Time to take it seriously.
Digi Health, not a Digimon, Digi Health.
No, not a Digimon.
Shout out to Digimon.
They were good.
But Pilot is a place for men to go to feel comfortable without the glare and the scrutiny of the waiting room where the pressure's applied from people that don't know you and they make assumptions.
The judging eyes of a doctor who can't hide his disgust at the look of your back knee.
That's exactly right. Leave the disgust and the shame at the door by going online.
Yeah. Pilot.com.au/Hello Sport. The promo code is Dribblers. Your first doctor's consult's going to be for free. And then with any medication subsequently that comes from the chat with the doctor is all delivered discreetly to your door, so no one needs to know except you.
No one.
Pilot.com.au. You've had your own, like...
Disasters.
You've had plenty of fucking disasters, and I mean the one in Bathurst is probably is that probably the biggest disaster that he's been a part of that we were all when he was skateboarding? Because obviously the thing about you is
Jesus Christ.
What's he done now?
you don't have it. You probably don't have that streak in you anymore. But like
I think it's
subsided.
it's in
It's
there
Cage.
somewhere.
No, it's Cage. He's a dad now. So
I think
he's gotta
it's
rein it
like,
in.
you know, you get older and there's less opportunity to do that sort of dumb shit.
Yeah.
Carly has probably, in the fullness of time, worn him down, bridled him.
I
Is
think
that- yeah, it might
having
be
a
broader
kid
than-
has made me more responsible, I think, of going like, I can't be doing shit like that. Yeah.
But
It's just like dumb
You were
jackassy shit
you
where you're
were
like, you don't need to
fucking
do it.
fearless in Bathurst on that skateboard. Like I was the most fearful
I would have been second most fearful.
Then Jarge third, and
Hamish.
then Street's like light years ahead, least fearful.
Remember how funny it was when Burmo broke his board? That was so
But
funny.
Steph got him.
Yeah, I found a
Snapped
photo
it
of
on
it.
the
I've got a
gutter.
photo of it on my phone. I found it the other day. That
was
was
so
hard.
Trying to ollie that thing. You were so devoted.
But also just trying to ollie the most feeble.
Bro, it was that high. It was
Yeah,
like,
like a little bit of gutter that comes up that
it was a
high.
gutter. Trying to ollie a gutter,
Yeah.
and then you just snapped it. And
And I'm like, oh,
did you cry when that happened? I can't
you
remember.
keep saying I cried. I didn't
There was
cry.
tears. Well, he went sulky. It was
was
we all
sulky.
laughed, and he's like, "Oh, not funny."
Fuck off, dude.
Yeah, there was
I
something.
didn't cry.
Yeah, there was something like that. He stormed
That's-
off or something.
There was
That's
something
not
special
fair.
about the board. Where
Yeah,
I'm
there
like,
was.
dude, just
Well,
get
no,
another
it was
one.
because it was like the first board I'd gotten since we were like 12
Here
and
we
we
go,
skated.
Waterworks.
Yeah, Waterworks.
Alien
Exactly.
Workshop.
Here
got
come
it
the.
in
Here we go.
America.
Hear the tears. Hear the
Loved
tears.
it.
But
Hear the tears. That's what that guy said to me when I was punched in the face when I was 8 years old. By a guy.
Here come the tears.
And I was like, no, I didn't.
Jesus.
I'm not crying. I was fully about to cry, but he's like, here come the tears. I'm like, Jesus, this kid's like 7 and he's fucking mad dogging me. I'm like, who talks to anyone like that?
Picture like a
awful.
dirty
Here come the
nose.
tears.
Yeah,
but
dude.
I remember you were like, I'm going to go for a skate. And I was at home with Listo and we were watching Black Hawk Down, just having a nice day, roasted a couple up, feet were up. It's probably a Thursday, middle of the day, just doing nothing. And Street took Ella's, I remember Ella found a Z-Flex on the side of the road or in a garage maybe. And
We've got one here, I think we found as well.
And the trucks were fucked. Like they were really loose.
Loose as fuck.
And you were like the only one that could really properly wrangle that motherfucker on a hill.
We'd only do it on our street, which was like,
Was flat.
old people would be like, oh, this is
Oh,
pretty
no, there
safe.
was maybe like a 1% decline.
Yeah, as in if you stood on the board and just did nothing, you would eventually start to move.
Yeah,
and just
that's
sort of
right.
like roll to a
It
stop.
wasn't Mount Panorama where it was like smooth and fucking.
Yeah, but the board was fucked is the point. And you were like going out bombing fucking hills. And I was just having a lovely day with Listo. And then I just get a call from Carly being like, Hamish has just had an accident. Like, it's pretty bad. Can you come and pick us up? And so...
But also, why did you need to come pick him up?
because she didn't...
It wasn't, you didn't
there's
have
a
the,
funny cog to that wheel where
She couldn't drive manuals?
In the accident, I had lost my keys.
Oh,
so
right.
like I had fallen off the board and the keys had gone.
Explain
sideways and then-
how the injury, like what did you do and how it happened?
It's just as simple as like I bombed a hill that was way too steep and way too sort of rocky.
And it was on... it wasn't smooth asphalt. It was that
No, it was
fucking
shitty
rocky
road.
shit
Gravelly-
stuff. Gravelly shit.
and it
T-intersection.
with a fucking highway, didn't it? So you had to peel
No,
off.
it wasn't
it
a
was just like
highway.
a bottom of the hill, like was like teed, and then you could go further, like down and around to the right. And I got to the end, I'm like, I am going way too quick here, fuck. And I'm like, okay, I've got two options. I can go over that road, jump off the board, land on the grass, and just sort of skid it out, and it'll hurt, but I'll be fine. Or I can stick it to the right and just hope that I stick it. And I went with the latter, and I'm going, turning. I'm just going, hit a rock, and I'm like, oh, fuck. And just like that airborne feeling where you're flying. I'm like, this is going
What
to
were you
hurt.
wearing as well?
I think a singlet and shorts, and then just went, like, you know when like you can hear almost the bubbles in your cartilage like ripple for a second? It's like,
Oh, my...
as you hit the ground, like everything
that's a
shakes
sound.
up.
That
Everything
is.
shakes up. It's like, and I was like skidded for a bit, and I got up. I was just in shock, and I looked. I had like rocks embedded into my arm, skin all like coming off here and shit. So I take my shirt off, and I'm like, fucking pants are on fire, and I go into my pocket, and there's a mandarin that's been squashed, and all the acidic juice was just like getting into my veins. And so I like pull my pants off, and I'm walking around just in underpants and shoes and like half my skin missing, going,
And that's when I got there. And,
I'm
he's
going-
like pacing up and down the fucking side of the road in his undies, missing half his side. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
and that's why I was like, where's my keys? I was like, in my shorts, I'd lost them. And so I was going to Carly. I'm like, where's the keys? She's like, I don't have them. So we called you, and then you arrived. I remember your face, like, as I was getting into the car, just, like, lip read him. He goes,
fuck, bro.
fuck, bro. And I like, get in. We go to the hospital.
Shit.
And I think they thought I was an ice addict because I was, like, banging on the walls. And I was like, oh, fucking let me in.
Like, give me morphine.
Give me
and shit.
morphine,
I
and
thought he
they're
was
like-
a junkie.
Oh, jeez.
Settle down, buddy. And then I was like, just,
Then they had to pick rocks out of you, didn't they? Like,
yeah. So they eventually I got in there and they're like, what's it paying? And I'm like, fucking 10 out of fucking 10. Let me in there. They're like, okay, actually, this guy's got fucking rocks in his arms. And they put me under. I remember like the doctor, there's something about like not crying in front of the nurses and shit. You're just like, yeah, thanks. But then when the male doctor comes over and he's like, how are you, mate? They're like, fucking not fucking good, man. Fucking got rocks in my arms. I'm like, fucking 10, give me the fucking morphine. And then he's like, don't worry, mate, I'll be your best friend in like 10 seconds. It's all good. Gave me the morphine. I was sweet. And then, local anaesthetic, and they just start scrubbing the road out of my arm.
Didn't you have to go back to get rocks out that they'd left in there?
Yeah.
Years later?
Like 8 months later or something.
But do you know what was also ridiculous about that was the next day was like the town, like the uni festival.
Called Village Fair.
Village Fair. So like where all the students go and just ever get fucked up. Hamish rocks up. We're all thinking, oh, fuck, poor Hames, he's missed out. Like, he's going to have to lay low. Rocks up to the prees. Again, shorts and singlets, just bandaged. Half his body completely bandaged. And everyone's like, holy shit, Streety, are you coming, bro? He's like, yeah, I'm going to try to check it out. Within maybe 15 minutes of being at this place, he's on a skateboard again, rolling down a driveway blind. The driveway comes blind onto a main road. And I'm just standing at the top.
And it's steep. Really
it's a steep driveway. It's quick steep, so it's not very long. It's just steep as fuck, and then shoots you out onto the road and around. You can't see any cars coming. And I think like one of the features of yours and my relationship over the years has been like me being like,
He was,
bro, I don't
he
think
was
you should do
disappointed
that.
and angry.
But I'm like, I don't,
time.
wait, dude, I don't know if you should be doing this. I'm almost like I can be like a naggy mum sometimes. I'm like worried about
No,
it.
I get it.
But then when he's rolling out onto the road in bandages, I'm like, Hamish, what the fuck are you doing, dude? You are covered. But again, he was like, well,
He stuck it though.
you did stick it.
Stuck it.
Ridiculous.
Lucked it
Lesson
out.
learned.
Lesson learned.
I don't know what antibiotics you were on at that point in time, but you like a week later were good to go.
Yeah, because it was all like first layer skin, so it's not like I even really. It was like Hickey with the burn story. It's just like, and the most nerve endings are in the first layer. So it's actually, if you get a 3rd-degree burn, it's actually not going to hurt as much as first or second.
I've actually
Wow.
I've
The
heard
nerve endings, like a tree root, are closer to the
to the surface.
to like warn you of
Danger.
That's cool.
danger.
Did you ever get any info there on that twisting ball, Dave?
There was no signs of how to tell before it's going to happen because it just kind of happens. It says the way to see is just pain.
Right.
Okay, so you can only tell once the nut's twisted.
Yeah.
I think that it would make sense that this is like a Sebo who did get a twisted nut.
Do you know what else it could be as well? It could be that Hamish went to the doctors, and I'm talking about him like he's not here. Hamish went to the doctors for a checkup, and part of that checkup was we're going to have to look at your balls because that's just sometimes what a doctor will do because maybe at that age you aren't sure whether there's lumps and bumps and, so it's just going
That's exactly what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So it was more of a general checkup, not just like we're
didn't
going
go
to
there
the doctors
specifically.
purposely
There wasn't
to
some
look
sort
at
of
your nuts.
reason other than
Just check up.
protocol. Yeah, check up. Do you want to check up? Should we check his nuts? Are they twisted? No, they're fine. We should have a look.
We should check them out. What was one of the funniest fucking things was when you used to send me voice notes of your own stories, and I just remember I'd be at work, and then I'd just get like a message from like a 4-minute video, and I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be so funny, and it'd just be you like recounting your stories to yourself. There was, and the one that's obviously like, I mean, if the what's it called, the nude audition is the most ridiculous, I would say a close second would probably be Thailand, right?
Well, it's probably the most infamous story.
Did I
would
record
say.
that and send that to you?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you would have.
It's quite a long yarn.
Well, you were obviously bored. You know what I mean? You're
yeah,
probably
yeah.
on the tools and you went to the
No,
John.
I do that all the time anyway. Sometimes if someone texts me, I like to do a little video.
Yeah, you did one the other night. It's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
it's a
we
nice
do that
touch.
with the footy. Yeah.
You're
You're
at
at the pub and you're like, okay, mate, all right.
So like as opposed to just sending text messages.
Yeah, you can like.
Yeah. I prefer voice notes as well. Sometimes it's just so much easier than having to type out and you just go, listen, this is what I'm thinking, bang.
Yeah.
There is something nice about seeing Hamish's expressions, though.
Oh, yes.
You know, it's it provides another layer.
Yes.
You know? But that Thailand story is one for the ages. It's one that I think is referred to most by our friends. Like,
Yes.
oh, have you heard this?
Yeah,
It's sort of it's the dinner party story, I would say.
Yeah.
Because it's not, you know, it's not as outrageous as like fucking tying yourself up nude in a motel, but it's outrageous for different reasons.
Yeah. So this was a year out of school, 2008. Went to Thailand. First time overseas. Whale of a time. Last night of the trip. Koh Phangan. It's New Year's and full moon, and we were just goosed up on those Red Bull buckets and God knows what else.
The full moon New Year's double, Koh Phangan, is a wild... What is that beach called? I was trying to think of this the other day.
I think it is where the beach was filmed. No, that's...
No. That's Koh
Tao or something.
Yeah. But Koh Phangan is a fucking wild place.
Yeah.
Can you find out what beach that's on, Dave?
And it's like, you know, you got like the rope with the fire and like everyone jumping.
It's a fucking madhouse, mate. It's completely unregulated. It's just like go there and rip the fuck in.
Yeah. It's a madhouse.
Tong Nai Pan Beach, Rin Nai Beach.
None of these are ringing a bell.
I think they're all the beaches are like that, actually, to be honest. I think they're all fucking got some fire ropes
Yeah, right.
and buckets.
Buckets, those things,
days.
the Red
Haven't
Bull
been
they
the
put in
same
those
since,
buckets are fucked up. I think it's illegal here. It's a syrup.
Didn't they put like mushies and shit? Wasn't that like I never went to those?
You could go to Mushy Mountain and get mushies, yeah.
But this is in Thailand where like you'll get shot for doing drugs. Like is that or is mushy sort
It's
of something
sort
cool?
of the feeling at least that I got is that like it's a bit of a free for all at this party. Like it's not.
Narcotics are a big no, but like I think of mushrooms that grow on the island.
But I think they're also
Not supposed to have them, but
they're there. Put it that way.
Yeah.
They're around.
anyway, wake up the next morning. I'm in a hammock, right? So just hung over, and my mate's waking me up, and he's like, "Dude, you got to fucking get on the boat to get to Bangkok," because I had to fly from Bangkok to Bali because my to join the family holiday there. And so I was like, "Oh shit!" And I grab all my shit, and I'm like still sort of like hungover. Jump in a tuk-tuk. I get in the little tuk-tuk, and there's there's all these chickens in there, like sort of staring at me. I'm feeling very scat. Chickens. And I'm like, oh, get to the port. Which boat is it? Fuck, think it's this one where most people are getting on. Get on it. It's going to Bangkok. Spewed the whole way. Like everyone was as well, because it was just 1st of January. And get to Bangkok, and so I book a hotel room for the day while I'll sleep, and I'll fly out that night. So I get to the airport, and I buy with the last bit of my money like a coffee, a magazine, I'm reading it, and then the flight thing goes off, and I'm like, okay, time to go. And I don't know why I took that long to realise that I maybe should check my passport and see that I have that with me. And I don't fucking have it with me, and I'm like, hang on, no. And I'm like, shit, I don't have it.
So had you not checked in at this point, before your flight? Don't you have to find your passport before you?
Well, he's obviously
can't
before
remember.
customs or whatever.
Yeah, but that's what I mean though. If your flight's about to go, usually you've gone through all of this.
Well, I think
shit.
it was an hour till the flight, and they're like,
oh, okay.
So I was about to check in, and then so I'm like, fuck, I don't have it. So I went to the immigration area, and they're like, no, you cannot get on plane. And I'm like, well, I gotta get and they're like, the best we can do is we can send you back to Australia because we can prove that you're an Australian citizen. We can verify that, but we can't send you to another country, which I guess is fair enough. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah, I don't think that even if you're in a bit of a pickle, they're just going to let you start traveling around the world without a passport.
Worth asking the question.
Well, look, in moments of desperation, yeah, sure.
Anyway, you can just send me.
Yeah.
And so I'm
Pretend I'm a package.
Put me in a box.
Put me in a box.
Little holes and
Yeah,
shit.
just some holes and some light so I can keep reading this magazine that I just spent my last money on.
And maybe a pillow.
So what happened was I was stuck at the airport. I didn't know what I was going to do. Phone out of battery. And I was like, fuck, I'm fucked. And then so hours passed. It was 3 a.m, and this guy, whose name was...
In the morning at the airport.
Yeah.
What was your
I was
plan?
Sitting
You
there,
didn't have one.
Like, I think I called my dad and they were like, hey, and I'm like, I can't get on the plane. I don't have my passport. Ken, who is it? He's like, no, he's lost his passport. Ken, you talk to him. And they were getting up from Australia to fly to Bali that morning.
Love it.
So it was just like they were not happy, obviously. And they're like, look, just stay at the airport. I'm like, I don't have any money. And I don't know why at 2008 it wasn't like instantaneous transfers. I'm sure it was a thing, but it wasn't at the time for me.
I don't know if it was. That same day transfers, like,
No,
like on
you're
a
right.
that wasn't
or
a thing back
something?
then. No, it wasn't.
It was something like that. I remember ANZ only just recently.
It was like a
spruiking
3-day
where it was like, oi, we do it immediately.
Yeah.
Not an
No,
hour.
that was an issue.
So Johnny
Could you just get me a water, Dave?
Johnny rocks up and he's like...
About 2018, I think, is when that started.
Well, there you go.
Oh,
There
there
you
you go. And he goes, I just got to do his accent because he's like, you know, it was English was his second language.
Yeah.
He's smarter than me because he knows 2 languages. But he's like, oh, why the long face? And I was like,
At 3 a.m, what do you reckon?
okay, mate, you don't want to know. Like, I've lost my passport. I don't have any money. I'm fucked. I don't know what I'm going to do. And he goes, oh, you can't do this, can't do that. And I said, no, I can't. I don't know what I'm going to do. And he goes, oh, okay, well, why don't you come back with me, my wife, she'll cook for you, and you live with me, we'll look after you. And I was like, fuck, all right. So I just like grabbed my bag.
But did you not think at all a bit like, wait, where am I going?
I didn't have another option. So I was going to sleep at the airport until Monday. And like, I didn't know what I was going to do. So I waited for him to finish work at like 6 a.m, got in the car with him. The whole way I'm like, is this guy going to sell like my spleen on ice? Am I going to wake up in a bath with like no fucking spleen or something? Sure enough, we get to like this suburban area in Bangkok and I get out of the car and Noi comes to greet us. I'm like, oh, okay, we're good. We get in there and they give me some whiskey and we start doing SingStar because they think that that's what I want to
What
do
time
at
is
that
it?
point. This is now like the morning, like 8 a.m. and I'm fucking...
You're doing karaoke at 8 a.m.
Yeah, and having a whiskey.
having a whiskey after being at the airport all night.
Yeah.
SingStar.
In this,
like on the
in this
PS2 or
disaster,
something.
somehow I've found myself singing SingStar in suburban Bangkok at some random's house
At 8 in the morning.
at 8 in. And then, and I remember singing Celine Dion, My Heart Will Go On, nearly in tears, just like, my heart will go on. And they're like, another one. I'm like, I want to go to bed. Thank you, but no. Went to bed, and you know that feeling like where you wake up the next morning at someone's house and you don't know where you are for a few seconds? It's like times that by a billion, where you look and the photograph is like his Thai nephew and his girlfriend. I'm like, where the fuck am I? No! Johnny comes out, you want breakfast? I'm like, oh, yeah, kind of now. And so, anyway, I ended up living there for 5 days. I lived with Johnny and Noi in their son's room who had grown up. And we had a wild time. Johnny was cool. He took me out to like this horse racing thing, like the Melbourne Cup, but in Bangkok. It was really weird, like an insight into like how they live and stuff. And Johnny's like, if we win big today, if you and I, if we win big, we go out and we get massage and we fuck.
Oh, is that what he's
And I was like, Johnny, Noi, she's like standing right there. Like, thank God we didn't win. I didn't have to go through with any of that.
Imagine that.
Shit.
Oh, God.
Ride or die, Johnny. Let's do it together, buddy. And then anyway, yeah, and then like there was another moment of just so bizarre, but like being in, like going out to dinner with all their friends and just a brain snap moment of like, where the fuck am I? And it's like mid-dinner. And I'm
Could they
surrounded by
speak English?
No,
Could anyone else?
no, they're all speaking Thai, and I'm just like in the middle of the dinner, like
Living in a foreign film.
just living in a foreign film, bro. And so, and they're like throwing shit on me, like trying to get the waitress, like, get each other's number, like, da-da-da.
Weren't they trying to set you up with the cousin?
No, it was the waiter who worked at the thing. She was an attractive girl. She was nice. She was cute. But I was just like, this ain't the time.
Were you with Koo then?
No, this is 2008.
This is pre-Koo.
Pre-Koo. And then eventually just like the whole time, it happened on the Friday, right? So the embassy's closed over the weekend, and then it takes 3 days for the passport to get reissued at the embassy.
Was it a long weekend, or was he? I'm just trying to remember what you said to us. It was like,
I can't remember. Well, it was on a Friday night. Embassy closed over the weekend, and then 3 days to actually get once you make the claim on the Monday.
yeah.
And then so I was waiting for that to come, and the whole time I was worried, like, are they gonna keep me here? Like, am I actually gonna get home? The whole time I'm talking to my parents every other day. They're like, just put me on the phone. And, you know, I don't think he got any confidence out of talking to Johnny because he's just super nice, but like the language.
He did want to
barrier.
go to the renters with you.
Anyway,
No.
I just eventually, we got the passport. He took me back to the airport, and I'm ready to fly out. And then he's like, "Oh, I just didn't need some money." And I'm like, "Yeah, of course." And like, finally got some money to transfer, and I asked my dad, I'm like, "How much?" He's asking for some money. How much should I give him? And he's like, "Don't give him anything. Just get on the plane." I think he was just so worried that I was with. He didn't understand. I'm like, I've got to give fucking something. So I think I got out like $100 and just gave him that for like the 5 days that I stayed there. And I'm like, it's just one of the big regrets where I remember Noy was like not that happy about it.
I can imagine. Poor old Noy.
Got on the plane.
Wasn't there
I've
one
got a
moment where you
photo.
snapped at him though? I thought there was a moment where like you snapped when he was like, they were forcing you to fucking do something.
Like on day 3, tensions running high in the car, wondering if I'm going to get out of there alive. And he's like, "What do you want for dinner?" You know, when someone's like asking question after question and they're just being really nice, that's almost more annoying.
Yeah.
"And what do you want for dinner? You want this? Do you want the chicken?" And I was like, "Oh, no, I don't care, Johnny. I don't care." And he goes, "Oh, you want this? We have the puppet." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind." And he goes, "Well, we can have this. We can have this." I'm like, "I don't fucking care, Johnny."
Oh God. Banged up a broad.
And it's never been a more awkward something. He goes, "Oh." Kept driving and I went, just sunk into my seat. But that, like, it was just, I was on such high octane of stress that I just snapped. And sometimes you just snap around the wrong person for the wrong reason. And he was, to his credit, just cool about it. Ended up cooking a nice dinner. I was like, sorry for snapping at you.
Were they
a lot of pressure.
what was I going to say?
What I wanted to ask was, I feel like we had this conversation when we were down in Barrow with your folks. Couldn't your old boy have just put you up in a fucking hotel on his credit card?
That's what we've.
We were like, well, did you need to stay at this Thai household for fucking 5 days? And I feel like when we had that conversation in Barrow, everyone sort of just went, fuck, maybe we could have done that.
You know what it was? I think because the transfer, I think he did transfer like enough money to leave, but because I was there by the 3rd day and he was my safety boat out of this whole situation, because I couldn't speak Thai.
Yeah.
He was running the show for me.
You were in his hands.
I was in his hands. I was putting in his hands, and thank God he was just like the nicest guy in the world. So I wasn't going to abandon him, especially after. Like,
I was going to ask, do you still have him on? Have you got him on Facebook?
No, but I've got a photo on Facebook where I can show you, like, me and Noy.
We'll see if we can get.
We'll put that up.
We'll put it in the video.
Yeah.
We'll put it in the
in
the YouTube. It would be nice if you still if you'd been able to. Would you like to stay in contact with?
I would
him?
have loved that. Yeah, I would love to
Reach out.
Pen pals.
Reach out, Johnny.
Johnny and Noy for
and Noy.
listening. I mean, they might be.
They might be.
We've got a handful of Thai listeners.
When we were on holidays together in Croatia, there's a fucking bunch of stories that happened when we were in Croatia with you where, like, you know, you accidentally badged the car of the people that were taking it. You know, in Volkswagens,
VWs,
well, yeah, the badge is often the door handle for the boot.
Yeah.
And this person's picked us up from, I think, maybe like the ferry to bring us to the place we're staying. And Hamish is the first one to the back of this big Volkswagen van. And I'm watching him fucking grab at this fucking badge at the back, but there's clearly a handle right below it, like where you just pull it open, and he's just, I just watch him fucking break it off, and then look at it, and I'm just looking at him, and I'm like, oh my God, and then he tries to stick it back on, and then it falls off and just rolls down the hill, and I'm like, oh my God, Hamish, you fucking idiot.
Oh,
the best one was,
God.
like, just before we got on that ferry, like where we'd picked up after we got off the ferry, we got on, And the line was fucking massive, right? So we got there early, and I think we were pretty much at the front of the line to waiting for this ferry in Croatia. Me and Haim and Carly and Steph and like a couple other things. Sebo may have even been with us. Yeah. And this fucking Croatian dude, the line's already established, just walks just like real fucking sauntery up to the front and then just like stands in front of us. And we're all like, what the fuck's this cunt doing? He has obviously no idea that Steph is Croatian, and she just lights this guy up. So it was fucking awesome to see. It was one of the great moments. She just lights this guy up in Croatian. No one knows what she's saying. Yeah. Lost it. She's pointing at him.
Croatian blood and fire.
Yeah, and he's like wigging out, and then we're all just in English going, fuck off. But then Streety's like arcing up at him. Not like fight arcing up, but like standing there as well and being like, fuck you, get out of the way, you know, this, da, 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 da. And then as we start to... but this guy just doesn't move. He's like... he's
been lit up and he's like, fuck it, I'm staying.
You know, you say you have to pause shows when it's really awkward?
Yeah.
His face was like, I'm so awkward, but I'm not. I'm committed.
I've come this far.
I've come this far, and I'm not going to walk all the way to the back of the line. But everyone's giving him shit. Then as they like start to let us on the boat, he starts trying to push in first, and Hamish is just boxing this cunt out like, fuck you, dude. You're not coming in before us. Boxes him out. But we
like me at the airport.
Huh?
Like me at the airport.
What?
When that guy was boxing me from coming. Remember when I went to pick up Ella?
Oh, yeah, exactly. But so me and Steph had already got on, and everyone's boxing this guy out. And so we're already on. We've got our seats, and Hamish is obviously a bit behind us, but still boxing this guy out. But being like, fucking, fuck you about it. Like, you know, loud and as Haim can get sometimes, just like fucking passionate. And then I'm on there already, and I'm sitting on my seat.
Passionate's one way to put it.
Yeah.
And I'm just sort of like, you know, I think we're all still hung again, and I'm sitting in my seat. And then I see Haim come in, and as he walks in and walks past, just in the disheveled nature that Haim sometimes can be, he hasn't zipped up his bag. So he's made this big scene about like, fuck this guy and fuck you. But then his bag's not zipped up properly. So as he's walking on, all of his shit is just pouring out of his bag through the entire boat. And it's like his undies wrapped up in headphone cords and like a shoe somewhere. And
Excuse me.
So
That's fine. Someone's holding my shoe up.
He's had to come back walking through all the people who have seen him get angry and also past the guy who he's just been G'ing up at. Like, can I grab my shoes and undies? And it was like, I honestly, like... There are moments that you've made me laugh. That might be the one where I was like, I just could not breathe. I was like, this is the greatest
His
fucking
face was
thing
going
I've ever
so
seen.
like red with laughter.
You know when you go silent laugh? When you're just like, you're absolutely...
We're struggling to get the oxygen in.
Yeah.
I agree that like embarrassing shit happening to people is the funniest shit. It's the funniest laugh that you can have.
Yeah.
It's like a witty turn of phrase. Like, yes, of course it's funny, or like some... wig out that happens with the boys. It can be, you know, it can be fun, but there's nothing better than the simplicity of like your mate just slipping on a banana peel of sorts.
And even Carly, Carly tells it how she's like, because she was coming on behind him, and then so she's walking, being like, those undies on the ground look like Hamish's, and then like, is that his shoe? And then just like, it's just this like, instead of like Hansel and Gretel breadcrumbs, it's like, where's Hamish? Here's all his shit. I'll just follow
the
this.
fighter.
And I was blaming the guy. I was going like, this bloke's unzipped my bag. And Ben was like, yeah, right. We know you, mate. You didn't zip your bag up.
No, you just didn't zip your bag up, you fucking goober.
Oh, bruh.
Oh, I just sent a message to the boys. I was like,
what favourite story?
Yeah, I was like, get us some fighter stories if we've forgotten any. And the one that, you know, we started, we were talking about like, if you, like you're saying, Seb, like you'd fall down a Viet Cong hole, miss all the spikes, find a pot of gold, drop it on the way up.
Yep.
Your
back to square one.
Splendour in the Grass story.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I forgot about that. Like, there's just so many of these fucking stories.
Oh, mate, there's literally like, we've said it before, you need like 3 or 4 parts, maybe 5.
And you'd need probably like a week of research to go try and remember all of the fucking things.
Yeah, I'll tell that one.
But the Splendour story, yeah.
So,
and it was annoying because I was supposed to go up with you, and we had it all planned, and then I got like my first big boy job. And I was working that weekend, unfortunately. So you were riding solo. Well, you were with the girls, basically.
Yeah, I was at there was a few different collection of like different people. And we, just like cutting straight to it, it was It was Hot Dub Time Machine and Khalees. You know, Milkshake brings it on. Like the night before, I jumped up on stage to that song. And I was just like, oh, that was the funnest thing ever. Like, I just had this impulse to jump up on stage and dance to that.
And they let you go?
They let it go. And I think a few other people were doing it throughout the night. It was just a bit of a whatever. If you could get past the security guard, they're not going to take you off.
Did you dance with Khalees when you're up there? Like you just keep your distance?
Yeah, just a little bit, yeah. But on the Hot Dub Time Machine night, I skipped past the security guard at the front and then got up stage. And I remember I think I took a swig of his Jaeger or something. Like, it was real fucking... What is this guy doing up here? And now, anyway, I'm dancing. I'm like, yeah, this
Hot Dub Time Machine. Jaeger.
I think he was cool with it. I remember slapping his hand. He's like, oh fuck.
But he's also like ushering security, like get this car off the stage. You know?
Well, I was up there for a while. There's actually footage of that too.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's hilarious.
Where like I'm dancing, and then these security guards just come up on stage and just like take me, and I'm like, fucking get off of me! Like, as I'm getting taken off stage, I'm trying to like ham it up. And then as soon as we go like backstage, I'm like, oh, sorry, fellas, sorry, like, you know, stupid.
Oh,
like,
for the performance, right?
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah, just, like, you know, just throw me back in with the rest of them. And he goes, no, mate, we're going to the police station. Like, you're fucking getting a fine for that. I was like, what? And I'm like, how much is the fine? And they're like, $700, I think, isn't it, Barry? Yeah, $700. I was like, it's more than the ticket. Like, what the fuck? Are you serious? And then I just like stepped backwards out of their grip, and they both like bong heads, and I'm like, go underneath them, and I was on this cat and mouse like chase around backstage, and I remember like going like under, you know, like the just like over and under tables and shit, and like them zeroing in on me, and I was like, oh fucking just darting this way and that way, and then I see this wheelie bin next to the fence, and I'm like, that's my ticket. Ran, jumped up onto the wheelie bin, over the fence, and you know how you try to like land in a sprint, like into a run? I put all the weight onto this leg, and it just tibula, fibula, snapped in half.
So hectic.
And so I've hit the ground, and I've woken up to a security guard like, fucking, and him going, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. And all these people like going, like, I was right in the thick of like where everyone was, and they're all like, oh shit, this guy has like snapped his leg in half. What a wig out. And I lift my leg up, and it is like falling down like that. And I'm going,
oh my God, bro.
And it's so they bring the medic there, like the gator or whatever, and like the little tractor gator, medical gator, and they get me on that, and they're like, mate, have you had any drugs today? And I was like, no. Like, have the whistle. Fucking had the whistle. I remember I was sweet after the whistle. I remember I gave you a call.
Yeah, you called me in the back of the fucking...
I called a few friends.
Yeah, you're calling friends in the back.
I've broken my leg.
And then I was on the phone to you, and as you're driving out of the place in the ambulance, you saw Simmy outside the window, and you're like tapping on the window trying to get his attention or some shit. I was like, oh my God.
Well, because Carly saw me, she saw the gator, and she goes, I recognise those shoes, like, again. And she goes, that guy. And then ran up, and she's like, no, that's my boyfriend. Jumped on with me, and then we're on the way out of the festival.
Carly.
She's like, oh my God, what have you done? And then, yeah, we drove past where Carly's like obviously having a good time. She goes, Simmy, Hamish has broken his leg. As we're moving out, and, you know, Sam's not, you know, partying or anything. And he's like, what? And he like drops his spoon, and it's just like this really concerned look on his face. And she's like, obviously when the booze wore off, like it just wasn't funny for anyone. And it was like a half an hour trip to Tweed Head Hospital.
Because it's not close to anything, the park.
No. And it was just awful, man. But the weird thing about the story was that it happened on my 25th birthday, half an hour before my 25th birthday. And I think it all fell under Medicare, because at 25, you fall under your own... Yeah, you have to get your own Medicare. You can't be under someone else's.
Well, you kicked off your parents' private health care, generally speaking.
Yes.
So you were saved. That's another example.
That's the point of it being like the finding the goal.
Did you get the fine, or they didn't give you the fine?
Yeah, I did end up getting The fine, yeah.
They fined you as well for going on stage.
Yeah.
Those cunts.
Yeah.
But see, like that's the gold and the spike. So
Yes.
he gets the fine, but he also sneaks into the private.
No,
healthcare.
sorry, no, I didn't get the fine. I just the
Was it the
bill,
ambulance?
the bill for the ambulance was in fact like $300, $400 or something.
Oh, they don't
So
miss
it
you
was
on
like,
an ambo. Ambos are expensive.
I didn't realise you get charged for an ambo. If
Oh
you're
fuck
injured.
yeah, ambos are fucking expensive.
I thought that was like all under the same sort of.
If you got ambulance cover,
Wouldn't have a clue.
you wouldn't.
I wouldn't. Do you have it?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
It's the same with a fire engine. If someone leaves the toaster on and a fire engine comes, you're fucked.
You're fucked.
I think it's $500.
Really?
If it mistakenly comes out, yeah.
I thought that would all sort of fall under a bloody.
No, if you're in an apartment building and they come out because you left the toaster on, big like bad. Because they only come if, like generally speaking, fire alarms in the home are just to wake you up. They're not like back to base ones. But if you're in an
Yeah.
apartment, they are, and they'll fucking.
They
rock
don't have
up.
guys like coming down poles like
No.
inside the thing.
No.
I think they do. I think people still
Does the
work
pole
poles.
really exist?
Oh, as in
No, the poles are
No,
a
I think they
thing.
still have poles at
They're
fire
really,
stations.
but why always like just use
Well,
the
because
stairs?
I think
'cause
because
it's
they're
quicker.
above, or you want to be
it's
quick.
quick,
Dude.
and looks hot.
Oh, it looks cool as shit, but like it's quicker.
I
Every second counts.
But I do think that if you're actually unpacking it, the person that came up with the idea for the fire pole was like, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I can sell it at the markets as a speed thing, but
Yes.
mainly it's that I want to get that.
Well,
fixed.
I mean,
Is
like,
it accidental? We're going to look cool in the process, perhaps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what. But like how many seconds it's shaving off? And I get in these sort of situations, seconds count, but like
But do they count that much? Hard to say.
it's hard to say. I guess every second.
If
counts.
you're a fiery, reach out. Are
you
a
still
pole
work
still
the poles?
working? Do you still
so
work the pole?
There are still some around because a lot of fire stations were built a while ago and they're still there. But in New Zealand, they've removed pretty much most of them. In the US, they've removed a lot of them, and the like Fire Protection Association says you should remove them because it's not really safe. Basically, like people fall from heights because they don't slip down.
Dude, people
or
would get it
something.
wrong.
Yeah, do they though? Like
Well-
it's not that hard to slide down a pole.
Well, the bloke died in Black Hawk Down.
slide
Fell
down
off
a
the
pole.
rope. Fell off the rope. Same sort of
Dude,
principle.
what is it with you and Black Hawk Down? It's like the second time you've mentioned it.
Well, exactly.
Who's in
Because I
that?
mentioned
Josh-
it's on the mind.
Yeah, right.
Josh Hartnett.
And Eric Banner's in
A
it.
guy who's not in movies anymore.
Josh Hartnett. Where's Josh Hartnett gone?
Actually,
He's
in
like
a
more
recent
indie darling now, isn't he? But he's sort of having a comeback.
Yeah.
He was
Super
hot as fuck.
Yeah,
dude.
40 days, 40 nights.
Where did he go? He was
Well,
the
I
hot
think-
young thing.
I reckon
The Faculty?
it was easily one of those things where he's just like the typecast, and then that would become super scat, and he's like, you know what, I'm out for a bit.
Yeah, I think he was trying to be like the indie guy.
Oh, he's in
He's
the
a good actor.
upcoming film Oppenheimer, the Christopher Nolan one. About
so he's back with,
Yeah.
No,
he's
he's
back
back.
with the big
He's
dog.
in that.
Because he is actually a fucking good actor.
Well, that's
I
the
think
biggest of
more.
dogs, Christopher Nolan.
Oh yeah, he's a big dog.
Oh, he's a huge
He must have
dog.
seen something in
Is
it.
he working with Hans again?
Oh, I don't know.
Surely.
I'll check it out.
He only works with Hans.
I mean,
Christopher
you'd
Nolan.
hope.
Do you remember going to see Hans all together?
Dude, that was so much
such
fun.
a fun night.
That was
No one
so
had more fun than Sebo. I don't think I've
No.
seen anyone have
Oh,
more fun than
dude,
Sebo,
when
dude. In the
Sebo-
front row, like, just
Off his
lose off his
guts.
guts. People are there with like fucking.
Families and shit.
Yeah.
Well, no one there was even moving to the music. Like, everyone was sitting there like, wow, this is amazing. Whereas we're all like, fucking, yeah.
Yeah, we were laughing.
Yeah,
but
we-
Sebo was like, he was in a special.
Well,
special
Sebo was loud though. When like, it'd be the next song.
Oh, bro.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh my fucking god! In the silence.
And we're all vaping and shit. We're actually probably like super was it antisocial? Yeah.
Well, it's antisocial behavior because
Yeah.
it doesn't include others.
Exactly.
But we
it
included each other.
Yeah, there was a few of
It was a
us.
safe space. It
Dude,
was a Hansy space.
we had like 2 fucking full rows almost.
Yeah. And the party
and then
bus
that
took us
bus
out.
was a bit of a fire engine party bus on the way.
Was there
back. It
lights and
fun.
shit?
Yeah,
there?
there were.
it's
There were like
the-
strobes in the bus.
Yeah.
That was weird.
That was a
Very
nice
light and
touch.
strobes. No, it was. It was elegant.
It was
and
a nice.
understated.
It was well, it certainly wasn't understated, but it was elegant.
No, it wasn't.
I think the Now You Are Free one where the ladies like
Bloody
I think
Oh,
that
is
was
that-
the most powerful. Well, it peaks into a different gear. It's
Yeah, he
amazing.
can take it places, special places, and he
Keep going,
did.
Hans Zimmer not working on Oppenheimer.
He's not.
He's not, because I think he's doing, from what it seems on comments, he's doing the score for Dune 2.
Oh, Dune's good, dude. Dune's good. You seen
Who
it?
did Dune?
The score?
No, who directed
Denis
that?
Villeneuve. however you say his name.
Villeneuve.
Yeah.
Sounds French.
Who's doing Oppenheimer then if Hans isn't doing it?
I'll find out.
That's a bit of
Name
a
me one other film score person. If I named it, would you know who he was, Eddie?
I know a few of them, if you name it.
You seen Dune, Dior?
I watched half of it, and I was on my laptop as it came out, and I was like, nah, you know what? I need to wait till see this on a bigger screen.
Yeah,
and I haven't yet.
It is a slow burn film, even on the big screen.
But I've seen the
definitely a slow
1984
burn.
Dune, the David Lynch one.
Oh yeah, right. He had a
Yeah,
crack
yeah.
at it.
Yeah.
Is it good or?
It's very Lynch, so it's very if you think this Dune was slow burning, that one was even more nothing happens, and it's all looks and shots and things like that. Yeah,
David Lynch is a magical kook.
Yeah,
He has done some weird stuff.
Yeah.
But, he thrives in that weird.
You got to have your wits about you in June. I thought, you got to be on. You can't just fucking sit back and expect it to come to you. You got to
Yeah, you
gotta be
You can
invested.
buy into the universe really well. It looks realistic. It looks epic. It's apocalyptic. It's epic, and it's you can fall into it. It's okay, this is a long chess game where the character plot points are going to get more interesting as the chaos heats up.
Is it like a Game of Thronesy world? Is it are there novels on novels?
It's more like space.
Game of Thrones
It's in the
probably
future.
not the right example.
Well, that's backwards in time and fantasy, and this is supposed to be Earth. I think thousands of years in the future.
Wow, so there's 8 Dune books.
Yeah, so I thought there was a shitload.
Yeah, but I thought I haven't heard much about the rest of them besides the first one. I think the first one is fucking huge and very famous. I don't know if the rest of them ever got to that level.
Well, we'll see.
right.
Yeah.
We'll see how they go. There's a story that I always regaling is when we were in Bathurst and you were driving back to Bowral and you pull in to get fuel and then came back, when you came out of the fuel station, you turned back the way you'd come.
Yeah, Heyman had a funny cigarette on it before he left, and then I drove. So I left at 10 at night, and then got to the petrol station, filled up, kept driving, and then when I drive for another hour, and I see this KFC, I'm oh, KFC, Macca's, Hungry Jack's. I'm oh, that's weird. It's the same as Bathurst. Wait, am I back at fucking Bathurst right now?
But
I just spun around and didn't realise.
But the fact that it took getting to KFC and Macca's, if people are familiar with Bathurst, they're in the middle of the fucking town. There is,
you have to.
There are
you've missed a lot.
hundreds and hundreds of queues before that. It's
the huge pan guy. The huge,
the gold panner and shit. But also the fact that you're fucking Kelso, you know what I mean? That bridge you got to drive over, all that shit. Or the fact that
it was dark.
He just thought that there was this new town had popped up, a town he'd never driven through before, where there's a new Macca's and a new KFC and a new Hungry Jack's.
We've never driven past here before.
And he was so embarrassed, you could have come back and put his head down on the pillow for a night and regrouped and gone out again in the morning. But he was so embarrassed, he just turned around and went back again.
Yeah, I got home at 4 a.m.
One of the great Bathurst yarns that we weren't even there for. Who are you with where you snuck into a horse enclosure?
Oh, Josh.
Off your gut? Oh, it was you and
That
Josh.
was with
Josh.
the special education centres donkeys or horses. Was it a horse or a
It's so
donkey?
funny. They were probably special education centres donkeys, and Hamish and Josh so off their guts thought they were riding wild brumbies in a field. They were donkeys.
Yeah, we jumped the fence at night and just we're riding this horse.
Didn't you have to? I thought there was a lamb or some shit you were trying to pick up, or am I making this
No.
up?
Don't conflate me with that story. That was someone else who tried to steal a sheep.
Oh, okay.
And yeah,
That
it didn't
wasn't
work
you?
out well.
Oh, it didn't work
for the
out well.
sheep.
Oh,
I don't think.
violation.
Right.
Well, they tried to steal the sheep, which God knows why you'd do that. And then I think they dropped it, and it
Oh dear. Oh, valet.
And
R.I.P.
the guy who did it was recounting the story, and he was clearly upset.
Oh, God.
And we were well, I understand. It's just funny the predicament that this guy's in, but yeah.
T-Mad wanted us to talk about the time you almost burnt Redfern down.
Yeah, I can't even remember that.
I
think
can
it was,
remember it.
I think I was just
fucking
cooking
remember it.
breakfast and then the carton of beer caught fire and I'd left.
Well,
and I
yeah,
hear,
okay. We can give some more specific explanations as to how that happens because Hamish cooking breakfast at Redfern leaves the stove on after he's gone to sit down to eat, and right next to the stove is an empty VB carton that is just slowly fucking catching on fire. Then T-Mad just like hears the smoke alarm go off and pops out of the fucking bathroom nude, and the whole kitchen is engulfed, and Hamish is like 3 stories up in his little room. Like,
the eggs are cooking. I'll be fine.
Streety, I mean, it was real share house living, but you know, we had a washer and dryer and stuff, but it was fucked. Like, it was a dank shithole.
It was a share house.
It was a share house shithole.
It was a good house at Redfern House.
Yeah.
If you looked at it through the prism of like a lot of people could live there, and it was
And it was appropriate, great party
and it was
house.
the best party house I've ever been to. Like
Yeah.
that Wimbledon every December from memory.
First Saturday,
First
December.
is Saturday, December. After that, it turns into a house party, and it's like one of those pure house parties where there's someone in every fucking room, every nook and
Yeah.
cranny.
And you don't know
it was
heaps of
3
people.
stories, and it's just fucking heaving. And most countries we didn't know. People come in off the street.
Remember the watermelon? Me and Jarge.
Yeah,
Jarge
yeah.
goes, we're cutting this watermelon. I had a samurai sword.
What was that, like
threw it up
ninja,
in
like
the air.
fruit ninja?
Fruit Ninja.
Cut it
That's like,
open.
I think, maybe the first thing I ever posted on my personal Instagram is that video of you slow-mo Fruit Ninja.
We'll
And I
almost
think-
put that in.
Yeah.
I think everyone was jumping all over the watermelon on the floor, and it actually like cleaned the floor because it like
As
it
well
bleached.
as
So we woke up the
could
next
clean
day, we're like,
floor.
oh, we should actually just run.
What is it?
watermelon
What
through
you're
the
saying?
whole
There's
house.
cleaning principles in watermelon
Because
because
it
there's
was
so
like,
much
you know,
water.
it was such dark, disgusting wood filled with beer. The watermelon like made it lighter again.
But we would also remember how like Sebo would always try and like put like our chores and shit on the fridge, and it was like, you got to do your dishes and make sure you do this.
Did you have
Everyone's
chores?
Like, Sebo tried to run that house like a fucking matron, and it was like,
Shit, did you have chores and
well,
shit?
yeah, he'd try and put it on there and be like, oh,
Cracked the whip, but it
and
only ended in arguments.
Yeah.
and fucking, yeah.
the dishes in that fucking house would just get to a biblical level. And one time Streety had, there was obviously the washer must have been filled or something, and Hamish, he got something stained on his shirt, and so he needed to soak it. And so he put it in the fry pan and filled it with water to soak it in there, because that was it, because the fucking sink is filled with shit. And I remember just coming down with Chicka, coming downstairs, and Chicka just walks past, like without saying anything, and just looks. And he looks at this T-shirt in a fry pan soaking, and he just picks up the fry pan, just walks over to the bin and just pours it in the bin, and then goes and puts the fry pan back on the thing. It was like, fuck Hamish, dude. What a fucking idiot.
Oh my God. Pots and pans, dude. We used to fucking have little tiffs at Keppel Street, I remember. You'd like do big fucking bold cook-ups and then
remember
just
when you
leave it all. And we were like, fuck this motherfucker. There was a tipping point.
Dude, well, it looked like someone had been murdered in the fucking
And we
kitchen.
were like, fuck this cunt. So we pick it all up and went and put it in his bed, and he didn't notice.
He had like pots and pans in his bed, and he
So I
didn't.
don't
And we were
remember cooking it.
waiting for him to say something like, oh, this should be good. Like, we'll get him here. Didn't say a word.
Didn't say a word.
Wasn't acknowledged.
It was like the biggest letdown of all time. We're like, how the hell was this? It's almost like you went, oh, I don't remember leaving these here.
Just sidestepped the issue. Just boom.
Fucking.
Remember and mopping up, and you guys were doing the upstairs, and I was like, you're the only one downstairs, so you can mop up the whole downstairs. And I just couldn't work the mop out, and I just like
Oh, you wouldn't wring it out.
water
He wouldn't wring it out.
all over the floor, and I had like one towel and another towel and another towel, and they're like, "What are you doing?"
You're like, dude, it's fucking wet. We're like, you got to wring the bitch out, mate. That's right. He was just putting the mop in and then like
I'm
flopping
like,
it onto
it's dry. It doesn't fucking work. You're
That's so funny. I forgot about that.
Oh, good
I
stuff,
forgot about
dude.
that. That's good shit.
Fucking final yarns. What? Spin the one where you you got that you got the oven off the work site.
Oh yeah.
Yes, yeah. So I was at a work site, and it was this really nice sort of rich sort of mansion in Terry Hills, and they were throwing out this huge, nice oven, and I'm like, "You throwing this out?" And they're like, "Yeah, you can keep it if you want." I'm like, "Okay, cool." Put it in the back of the cart, take it home, leave it in the garage, and there was like a bet going on behind, like in another group chat or something. They're like, how many months is this going to be here before he sells it? And it was like 3 months, 6 months. It's not that he'll have to take it this, da da da. And then I think I caught wind of that. And I'm like, I'm going to fucking sell this. So I was on Gumtree and I was teeing up heaps of people. $600 I was asking for. This person rings me up. They're like, yep, we're coming down from the Central Coast. So we like it. Looks like it's in good nick. And then I'm like, sweet. And then that morning, someone called saying they were calling on behalf of someone who's checked in to still see if it was all right. So I said, yeah, it's good. It's here. It's the address. Anyway, I was actually staying at Carly's place in Bondi, and I get there, I get the call, like, go to Redfern, and there's 2 parties of people who have arrived to buy the oven. And they're like, what the fuck is this? Is this like and you're trying to auction us off and like trying to get the best deal? Like, we've driven down from the Central Coast. And he goes, not even that. Your dimensions are wrong. This doesn't even fit. This won't fit. Anyway, even if we wanted to buy it. I'm like, I'm so sorry. And they're like, is there like a good place to eat around here? And I think I sent them to like the Gaz.
Oh my God. The Glengarry, which is a great pub, but not exactly like, it's not fine dining.
Were you trying to get the drawers out and you were like, weren't you using lube to get them out?
Well, that was Phoebe's idea.
Trying to bring it back to life, to working order.
Imagine Phoebe from Friends. She was literally like that. She's like, oh, I've got some lube. That'll work. And I'm like, oh. All right.
Yeah, fuck like using olive oil or grease, just something a little bit more oven based. Let's put some KY jelly on this bitch.
Yeah.
Work though?
It did, mate. Yeah. Didn't make a sound. Didn't make a squeak.
Did you sell it in the end? Did anyone take it?
Yeah, someone the other party bought it.
So the couple from the Central Coast.
No, the other one who bought it on behalf.
So the ones that travelled
else.
the furthest didn't
get it.
Didn't get it.
And were the first to reach out.
Yep.
And you gave them the wrong dimensions.
But I got the $600 and then posted the photo in the group chat. Like,
that's so funny. That's fucking great. Well, you're joining us tomorrow night for our live stream as well for Parramatta v Manly.
Excited, dude.
Big Para fan.
Well, I don't know.
As of fucking what, 9 months?
Yeah, like, you know.
Who'd you used to go for?
Full disclosure,
You're a turncoat.
I used to like not even watch rugby league until like 2020, so like 2 years ago. But like since then, since I committed to a team, I've watched every single game. Brad Arthur interviews after the game. I'm addicted to it now. Yeah. It's like, it's awesome. I'm like, what the fuck was I doing? Why was I not watching rugby league, the greatest game of all?
No, you weren't.
So make no,
you're a Parramatta
fan. You're not proud of your past.
They would be like, is this guy representing us? He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah, look, you'll certainly.
But I'll be there in spirit. I fucking want them to win. I think they can beat Manly.
I like that when you though, like I can clearly tell you've Wikipedia'd some Parramatta stats, and I'm like,
yeah, when you start rolling out the Wikipedia stats,
like when you start dropping some 1980s Parramatta facts on me, I'm like,
you're like, fun fact, Manly Parramatta's beat Manly twice in the grand final.
Yeah, you're like, oh,
3 grand finals, we've beaten Manly in 2 of those.
Okay.
So.
There you go.
It's worth sharing.
Hey, no,
it's worth sharing.
That's
It's worth
what
noting.
Wikipedia's all
Wikipedia or
about.
not.
It's a good stuff from the 80s.
We love it.
No, I can't wait to have some beers and just fucking get around the TV.
Yeah, it should be good.
This studio is fucking awesome, by the way.
Thank you.
Well, we won't be here, unfortunately.
No, we got to do it in Bloke Studios.
Shout out to Telstra, who just, just happy to fuck the punter and the dribbler. They're upgrading a tower or something. I don't know why. I'm under the impression that if you're upgrading shit, you do it at fucking 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. Like when they do the roads.
Yeah.
Don't affect my life.
But
this has been a 1 week
I would love
situation.
to have someone from, it doesn't even have to be Telstra, but maybe they own the towers. If you're from Telstra, maybe it's all right. What the fuck is going on with these towers, and like, what is the process of upgrading them? I would be interested.
A week seems like a long time, and I was under the impression, Tom, that the towers, because we were rocking 5G. I thought the towers were brand spankers. What are you upgrading? Why is it taking fucking? Aren't they new?
It seems like it's just a very they're always. That's the excuse though, right? When your internet's fucked, we're upgrading towers. There's work in the area. But they never let you know. I guess I'm like, should they let you know? Or is it just too much of a pain in the ass to let someone know in that area? Like, don't you have all of the details of people that
they should have? They should have like an outage page. Like, type your address in, and we'll just tell you what the fuck's going on. Toddler was on the phone for an hour the other day before we got an answer.
I think we're like something like 20th in the world for internet.
Oh, I think it's lower.
It's even worse, dude.
I thought we were like 60.
Yeah, I think it starts
There's
with
some
6.
isn't there some sort of third world countries with better internet than us?
The best telescopes in the land, worst internet. Explain that to me.
Well,
For space.
It's It's not a bad question.
It's not a bad question, is it?
It's
Best
a scope.
telescopes.
It's a sliding scale.
Best telescopes on Earth,
Yep.
worst internet.
Think about that. That's something to digest on your way home.
Let that fucking sink in.
Let that marinate. But we will be ripping and tearing. Streety will be there. Sebo.
Sebo's in as well.
For internet speeds, we're in between Jordan and Vietnam.
Okay.
Right.
So
That
we're doing
just-
really well.
That just doesn't seem like it's good enough, does it?
So we're doing spectacularly well. 7:45-ish.
Yeah, just before kickoff, Hello Sport YouTube win there. But yeah, thank you to Kempy for obviously saving the day here because...
Always a special mention to our dear friend Denon Kemp of saving the day fame.
Did you see that photo I put up on our Instagram
I
yesterday
loved
of
it.
him just absolutely
I almost think
jacked?
I think that almost
Is that
needed
really
it. I think
him?
that needed
Yeah.
a tile.
No.
Yeah, dude.
Dude.
Dude, he was
used to
a
be ripped up.
He used to be all Adonis.
I thought no way. Could
He was
that
a
be
walk-up
real.
start to the fucking
Hot
Adonis
boy.
13.
The Adonis
bro.
13, yeah.
Oh, good on him. Good for him.
I'm just like, because he says he's getting back there. Obviously, he's going to need to drastically reduce his amount of muesli bars he eats. But
It's almost a bridge too far.
to
getting
get back to that,
Nick, dude.
He is 40. I mean, like,
He is 40.
but just to have ever looked like that, you've always been fucking ripped, and obviously now you're
Dude, you
saying
used to do a fucking sit-up and a push-up,
And
and
you'd
you'd
have
have
a
a six-pack. Used to do my head in.
But even now, you're like as heavy as I've ever been. It's like as you've thickened, because you said you haven't exercised so long, you just look like you've got thicker muscles. That's what annoys me.
You look, you look
ties.
more. He looks like he's gone up a couple of weight classes.
Yeah.
but still fighting Nick
Yes.
under that tighty whitey. Like him in that
Yeah,
shirt,
no, he's
you're like,
still
bro,
good
you
to
look
go.
like
I
a good
feel
fight.
fit. I used to feel the fittest. I did a bit of Muay Thai. I used to do like labouring and then Muay Thai 3 times a week. And that was where like optimal.
What about when your pants ripped?
Oh yeah, there's a quick fucking yarn for you. Like in the sparring, and then like you have to do something in the corner where you're in the corner of the ring, and you're getting punched on top of you. Like people are punching you like that with the thing, and I have my legs up like that, and I completely split, and I didn't have underpants on. I didn't know. So I'm going, oh, and they're all going, oh, you fucking idiot. And
you got your sack hanging
and I
out.
look down, and there is my
Your fucking
my
cock and
junk
balls
just hanging out, and I'm like, there's no coming back here after that.
Didn't you have to get a towel to wrap around you and it was small or like?
Yeah. You had to go get me a towel because like it had ripped so much that it's almost like my tiny shorts were in 2 pieces. And I was like, oh,
How'd you get home?
he gave me a towel, and I think I took it home, and I just fucking
So you walked home with a towel.
yeah.
That's so good, dude.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
We'll probably do some more live streams as well because obviously like the three of us and Jarchi will always get together and pound UFCs. We haven't got together for a while.
The Kings of Keppel. That's where the
Kings
night
of
ship was
Keppel haven't
forged.
We haven't all been together for a while, actually. the
Nah,
Kings
for a
of
minute. It's
Keppel.
been a minute.
Yeah.
It's the
It's been a
favorite.
minute.
It's a good dinner party, dude. The
Yeah.
4 Kings of Keppel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. But yeah,
Fuck,
definitely get
we're
together for a
due.
UFC.
He's going away, so we'll have to do it when he gets back.
Oh, he is. How long's he gone for?
3 weeks. I
Oh,
think.
okay. It's not too bad.
Not
It's
too
not
bad.
prohibitive.
It's not going to like affect us
No.
because we can just do it when he gets back.
Yeah, of course. That's fine. But tomorrow night, Para Manly, fucking humping season.
Humping season. Manly win well. 13
Yeah.
plus. We all know that. Mm-hmm. So tune in to watch Street's heartbreak.
Yep. And I'm sure fucking with Sebo in the room, who's also known Hamish for close to 30 years, there'll be more fucking, there'll be more yarns that'll surface. that's for
Sebo
sure.
has already said that he's going to go light on the techie.
Yeah, did you see what happened to Sebo
The
last time?
techie dude, it put him in a fucking hole. He was blind.
I watched a bit of that.
Yeah. So he got rattled. So like after the Origin, he was obviously fucked up, like shit faced and just dribbling. And then, heaps of the dribblers leaving comments and shit, like going fucking.
Have another one.
Yeah, no, but it was like, Selwyn Cobbo got knocked the fuck out in that game. It was like fucking Sebo and Selwyn Cobbo in the same state. And then afterwards, and afterwards, Sebo, like we finished the stream, and Sebo's like sheepish, going, "Oh fuck, man! Like I don't know,
You're never going to want me back.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do these live
There's
streams."
nothing
We're
that
like,
guy could
shut
do
up.
We're
to
like, dude.
unwin the fan. Like he's just he's one of a kind. So
Yeah, he's very
It's not a big deal
So-
that you've had a couple of techies.
No,
he
no,
couldn't
no,
fall on his sword so bad that would sour anyone's
You
fucking
don't,
appetite.
you
for some
don't
Sebo.
jinx him, Hamish. He might.
Well, I'll be watching.
No. Yeah, you'll be waiting for
Tune
it.
in.
I've got to go easy on the techies myself.
I think
Yeah,
we all do. I think we
if
all
you're
do.
not, well, Unless you're
Let's rip
seasoned.
into the techies. Just unleash.
Let's
Oh,
just
mate,
say-
we'll still be going to techies. Blokes. We got blokes and techies ready to rock.
That's it.
No,
Mate,
thanks for having me on. fellas,
great
as
to
well. I just
spin
wanted
yarns,
throw that
buddy.
in. Yeah. Real honour. Podcast is going great. This was fun.
Love ya.
Love ya. Love you more than you
Love
know.
ya.
Love you,
Thanks,
bro.
Go Para. Yeah, baby.
Fuck para.
Para.
Fuck para. Losers.
Could you two just not talk anymore?